Hi, everyone. A very warm welcome to this session of Let Us Talk It ZIPINAR. We are always excited to bring you new topics, new ideas, new technologies sometimes to on this platform so that as a community, we get empowered, we get ourselves informed, but it is definitely up to you. Our speakers are here to give you information, but it is up to us that how much we get in. And for that, the only little thing that you have to do is get on our Zoom link, or you can join on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. And if you have joined in already, please do leave your comments, feedback, and we'll do some better next time. And we do not stop here. We have our youth webinars as well, which goes live. We have two groups, and each group does their prep sessions, and then we go live on Fridays and Saturdays. So to get more information, you can join in our youth prep session. And if you want your kids to get enrolled, please visit our website, letustalkit.com, and enroll them there as register them. It's letustalkit.com/youth. So having said that, we have two wonderful speakers with us today and two wonderful topics as well. So for the first topic, we have Be the New You, some small steps that can lead to big changes in our life. That will be discussed, and what are the steps and how you get the better version of yourself. And the speaker today is Manisha Gaur, and she has a very interesting profile. So she is a life coach and speaker, CEO and founder of Rupantaran, and she's also Asia's #1 NLP training and life coaching company's CEO. So what one thing we know that she has done something right to do that. She has her PhD in mind-based therapies. She's also a certified licensed NLP master trainer, a hypnotherapist, timeline therapist. She writes stories, articles, and satire in magazines and newspapers. She is an internationally accoladed peace activist, and she has received State Service Award by Madhya Pradesh government. She has been also declared the Women of the Year by Z Media and Women of Substance by National Media Group. And she has been ranked in the top 20 life coaches of India. So when she has given us her time, it is our responsibility to listen to her. And if you have any question, do let us know in the chat section, or after the session is done, you can always ask her question as well. So we are absolutely honored to have you, Manisha. Over to you.
Thank you, and namaste to everyone who are here listening me. And thank you, Zulan, for having me here, for giving the opportunity to talk to people, intelligent group of people, youth, and everyone. So, in this pandemic, you guys are doing such a fantastic activity because in Hindi it says, "बात निकलेगी तो दूर तलक जाएगी." If we start talking something, it will go beyond and beyond and beyond. So it's important to talk. So congratulations to the group who are doing that. This let's talk it. So let's start talking. Thank you for my introduction. And I don't think I had done a pinch of my thought process is going on like, but love to talk to people, and it's an opportunity if I can add a single value in your life. So the topic is, we are talking about be the new you. See, we always do affirmations. We read a lot of law of attraction books. We read a lot of professional books written on personal change, professional change, habit change, behavior change, and we practice a lot of things. So sometimes Every 1st January, we have a lot of things written. We have to do this, we have to do this, we have to change this. And as the month end, the diaries and the pens and the affirmations, I don't know where they are. So let's do a very small steps. Let's know a very, very small things which lead us to change a lot. So I'll give you 10 small steps, 10 very easy steps where you can start changing yourself, and one by one, you can be a new you. It's important to be a new you in this new time after the pandemic, after the corona, because we have a lot of challenges, a lot of new situations, a lot of new opportunities also. So, how to handle the situations, how to grab the opportunity. The only way, make yourself stronger, more skilled, more changed, more strong, and actually move towards being person of substance, and the person or everyone who will have the more skills will get the more opportunity and will get a good stage, a good opportunity, and a good achievement even in this tough time. So start. Number one. Number one, it's easier to take a, rather than taking a bad habit, beating it, and nothing happening. It's better to take a new sentence. It's better to take a new habit. It's better to take the opposite, but meaningful about that. For example, if you are planning not to have sweets because it is harming you, so what you generally say, I will not eat sweets. I will not eat sugar. Rather than saying this, if you make a new sentence, I will eat healthy. I will eat healthy. You know, what is the meaning of this? Rather than adding any negative word, no, not, never, you add positive words, they impact more. Have you heard about conscious, unconscious, or subconscious? Consciously you're listening me, and if you don't want, you can stop listening me, stop watching me. Unconsciously, whatever happens around you, it registered in your unconscious. What you think, what you speak, what you listen, you become a part of that, and slowly you become that. So keep speaking good things and positive things. Always make your affirmation on positive side. Whenever you decide anything, don't say, I will not go there, I will not eat those things, I will not take those things, I will not talk about. Rather than using this not, no, no, you have to say, I will eat healthy, then I will go there, I will do this, I will. Whatever you want to do, say that. Don't say whatever you don't want. Just listen my words and keep yourself on it. What you don't want, don't say. What you want, say it. You want to be healthy? Say, I will eat healthy. And there's a lot of examples. Suppose you want to leave your anger. Rather than saying, I will not get angry, say, I will keep calm. I'll keep peaceful. And changing your words, changing your sentences will change your mindset. And whatever his mindset is, you actually behave accordingly, even if you want or you don't. Whatever your internal system accept, you will come with those words and those answers, even if you want and if you don't. So say what you want, listen what you want, and speak, feel everything what you want. Rather than using these no's, use yes and positive things. Number two, one at a time. One fine day, when you get motivated, you'll just draw a list of things. This is need to be changed. This is need to be changed. I'll do this. 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 There's 10 things or 15 things or 7 things you start working on. And after a week, after a month, you will not continue with even a single thing. So one at a time. Just start with one change and make sure that you keep on that change for a week, for 15 days, for 1 month, for 2 months, for 6 months, or till date, you will not absorb that change as your habit. So, one at a time with a time frame. I will do this, I will practice this, and this is the deadline where I have to finish and I have to make it as a habit. So, one at a time and one change with a time frame. Number three, take baby steps, take small steps. Don't make that big thing that you're not able to work on it, action on it, or anyways, never never go to the final steps. So for example, if you want to start an exercise or yoga or zumba or anything for your physical body maintenance, then take small steps. Initially you make sure that I'll do 2 days a week only, then continue those 2 days a week for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. And when it becomes your habit to make it for 2 days for your exercises or your Zumba class or your dance class or any of your fitness class, then extend it to 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and then you can stand accordingly. Just take baby steps and fulfill fulfilling that baby steps will achieve a happiness and a very good feeling inside you. Number four, when you achieve these baby steps, just celebrate your small victories. Always, if you finish your baby step, celebrate it. And if you're not able to finish it, punish yourself. Small punishments can lead to can lead you to make big changes. So if you're not able to finish that baby step, give punishment to yourself. And if you're able to finish those baby steps, celebrate your baby steps. It can be small victory. It can be small punishment, like if you're not able to continue with your small baby step in this week, you can not be able to go for a weekend party or for a movie or anything. You can punish yourself whatever you have planned for the weekend because you have not completed the task you have given to yourself. Be the master of yourself. If you're ready to celebrate your victories, ready to give yourself punishment. So follow up the punishment thing strictly, and you'll see in the coming week, you will finish it, you will celebrate it, and then one by one, you will get your victories higher side and higher side and higher side and higher side. Number five, find out triggers. You know, there are some people you don't like, there are some situations you don't want to be in, there are some colleagues, you know, that they are doing politics or they are involved in the politics, but somehow you are living with that atmosphere, giving time to those people and spending time with those triggers. So find out the triggers. What is the habit which leads to this wrong way? What are the people's in which, what are the parties in which, what are the atmospheres in which, when you enter, you do something wrong? Just find out the triggers, find out the patterns, and break the triggers, break the patterns. For example, there is a group of people. Whenever you be with them, you you may be a part of some type of politics, or you may get drunk, which is not healthy for you, or you may do something which is not good or which you don't want. Avoid those groups. If you do, see, there is a very small sentence. If you keep doing the same thing what you have done previously, you will get same results what you got previously. So if you want to change the results, change the patterns, break the triggers, break the patterns, write down the triggers, write down the peoples, write down the atmosphere, write down anything or everything which is a bad pattern, which is a trigger for any bad habit, bad behavior, or anything bad which you want to change. Now, number 6, it's very interesting. Note the change. Sometimes we think that we can remember everything, but whatever the changes you're achieving one by one, if you want to be a new you, write down those changes, maybe in a sheet inside your cupboard, or in front of a wall where you can see, or in a notebook, or in your mobile, or in your laptop. Because when you start, suppose for example, when you start doing some exercise, you think that I'm going, but if you have a proper written down things, you can calculate at the end of the month or at the end of every week that whether you achieve it or not. So be towards perfection. If you want to change your habit of behavior, and if you want to be a new you, write down the changes, write down the things, write down whatever you're doing for those changes and where are you. So it's easy for you to plan again and again, be on the actions and towards the achievements. So always note down the things, always write down the things, whatever you're doing, whatever you're planning, or whatever changes you're finding inside you. Number 7. See, there is a very good sentence I have read somewhere. Changing together makes it much easier. If you able to have 4 people or 5 people or a group for this change of pattern, change of behavior, change of any of your pattern, or adding a new behavior, adding a new habit. If you have a group, it's easy to change, because sometimes you're not that motivated, then one of the group member can motivate you, and the same you can do when one of the group member is not motivated, is not the 100% energy level, or is not ready 100% for that. So if you want to change yourself very easily, very smoothly, in a small time frame, just find out a group, find out good friends, find out a good colleague, find out a good neighbor, or anyways, find out some group who want the same changes, and it's easy for you to be a part. And also leave those groups who are going to laugh on you when you say, I want to do this, I want to do that. There are two types of people. One who choose their life, and second whose life are just going on, going on, going on. Whatever happening, they are happy with that. Leave those type of peoples and be the part of the people who want to change, who want to do something extraordinary, and who want to be the new you like you. Number 8, involve money in your changing behavior, pattern, habits, anyways. If you have a friend or your spouse or your coach or anyways, just make a habit. If you finish your task, just give $100 to yourself. And if you miss the task, give $100 to your friend, to your spouse, to your neighbor, to your colleague, or to your coach. You know, rather earning money, you feel happy, I know, but losing money, you don't want anyways. So make it very important. Choose a person, whoever you want, maybe anyone with your friends, with your spouse, or any of your colleague or anyone. And whenever if you miss a toss, whenever you miss a task, give him $100. Or when you complete it, give those $100 to yourself and do whatever you want to do with that after a week, after 2 weeks, after a month, when you have the 100 into 4 or 5 or 10 or 1,000 or $2,000. So adding money is very helpful, and you don't want any ways to lose money. So you complete your task every week, every month, and every 15 days. Number 9, change the environment. As I said previously also, if you are into the surroundings of negative people, one day you will speak negative, you will feel negative, and you'll become negative. So leave the people who always dominate you. Leave the people who always find mistakes inside you. Just change the environment with the people who motivate you, who help you to transform. Just find out, write down where you're going, with which type of people you're living or you're spending your time, or where you need to change. Remove all negative people, negative circumstances from your life and add positive people, positive circumstances, and positive areas of entertainment, of any ways of recreation also. There are some people who like parties. There are some people who like to visit some natural places. There are some people who want to go for a very long drive, different things. Find out your happiness activity and do that. Change the atmosphere, change the circumstances, change. As I said previous also, if something is not working, do something else. And number 10, guys, believe me, everyone can change. As an NLPer, there is a very famous presupposition of NLP. If anything possible for anyone in the world is possible for you. So start today and be the new you. But keep patience, because great things take time. Start with one of your habit, one of your change, one of your pattern, one of your behavior. Change it, go for second, change it, go for third, change it, go for fourth. And one fine day, you'll become the new you. Just remember that great things take time. There are some people who looks more intelligent, but nobody is less intelligent. Nobody is more intelligent. We all are equal. We just need to know how to train your brain, how to utilize your brain, and how to get results what we want using the techniques, using the small steps, using the very, very, very small steps, and making them stronger one by one, changing yourself, feeling yourself, using your patterns, behaviors and different techniques, I believe that everyone can change and you also can change. Now, I think it's if you want to ask any question, I'll be able to answer of your queries. How or what stops you to be a new you? So, Zolan, I think I have utilized my time. And now, if you allow the questions, we can go for the question answers if I had time. So, anybody is having any questions, I'm ready to answer. This time, when you make your affirmations, you can tag me on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or anywhere. If you want my ideas, that whatever I can suggest you for change in your patterns, I am already happy. I'm really happy to help you in there. So, a difference. Change is always possible. Change is always possible. Always you can change, and every day we change. It's just a matter of your strength. It's just a matter of energy you're putting into, and it is just the the junoon what we used to say in Hindi. The 100%. If you're ready to do those things, you'll be able to change yourself, and you'll be able to change the world. There is a short story. If I have time, I want to tell you. There are two friends. They were college friends, and after 20 years, they met in a program. One friend has becomes a big celebrity, and the people want to listen, and he is going everywhere to change people. And another one is very sad because he whatever he want he is not achieved. They talk together and they ask each other. Then the friend who is way much known in the society asks to the person, what have you done? Just let me know why you're not achieved. Then the other one said, I, when I stopped my studies, stopped my college, I was very much enthusiastic to change this world. I thought, let's change this world. And I gave my 5 years in changing the world. But I found that nobody is changing in the world. Then I thought, let's work for my country. The next 5 years, I keep changing, keep doing activities for changing my country. After 5 years, I realized that nobody is changing in my country. Then I start changing my friends, my relatives, and my family. After 5 years, I realize again that nobody is changing my surroundings. Then I start changing myself, and now I am working on myself. The other friend replied, I did exactly opposite. I started from me. I worked on me for first 5 years. I changed myself. I explore myself. I expand my horizon. I studied myself. I work on my internal system. I changed myself and worked for me to become a person of substance. And then when I got that confidence, I start working on others and watching me, seeing the change in me, my family member changes, my friends changes, and then I start working for the society, for the country, and for the world. So I did exactly reverse. First, I start changing me. So, my dear friends, start with yourself. Change yourself. We always have the excuses. Remove all the excuses. Don't change your spouse. Don't change your colleagues. Don't change your friends. Don't change the world. Start changing yourself. And one fine day, when you change yourself, the world will change according to you. I can assure you. Thank you for having me here. Are you there, Zulan?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm replacing Julan, Dr. Manisha. Thank you. Thank you so much for that very inspirational and very intellectual presentation that you have. Like, I do really agree on that part. Like, you have to look at yourself with positivity in order for the things around you to be positive as well. So it's in you first. Because if you look at things negative, it will stay negative all the time. All right, so open for questions. If there are no questions, we can proceed to the next topic. Okay, so I guess you can just raise your hand because Dr. Manisha will still be with us, and you can freely send your questions through the chat. All right. Okay. Again, thank you so much, Doctor, for the presentation. Now let's proceed to the next topic for today. Um, It will be presented by a self-motivated IT professional with more than 12 years of extensive experience in information technology in the field of cloud computing, DevOps, Linux, open source, Red Hat certified administrator in Red Hat OpenStack. Now, he will be talking about digital transformation and has become an integral part of every business and the need of time. And the topic will be digital transformation, need, and way ahead. Let me present to you Mr. Deepak Pal. Please take over. Yes, Deepak. Uh, do you have your presentation slides, Deepak? Hold on.
Hey, hi there. Phil, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, yeah. So you're not okay. Let's see.
Phil, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Deepak, you're already a panelist. Okay, I can see your slide. Okay, Deepak, you good? Okay.
Hey, hi, Phil. Can you please confirm if you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see your slide. You may now start if you can, if you wish.
All right. So I'll start with my today's discussion. First of all, I just want to thank Let Us Talk and Dr. Manisha, who has given a very wonderful, thoughts over the Be New You. So it was really helpful in managing these kinds of crises and ongoing situation. Right. So after that, I'll go ahead and start discussing with my topic today, which is the digital transformation. What is its need and way ahead? So what I want to just phrase a couple of things over this discussion, what I will be discussing during this discussion. So we will be discussing what exactly a digital transformation. Most of the technical people who are into the business or into some other different kind of that grocery or the aerospace or any other of kind of technology business might have heard this word a lot these days, digital transformation. So what we will be discussing, what exactly the digital transformation is and why it is required, or what is the need of digital transformation these days. After discussing the word digital transformation, then we will see how we can work towards to achieve the digital transformation and what are the benefits of a transformation while working over a business. Right. So when we discuss about digital transformation, there is another thing which is coming into our mind is it a really a challenge or an opportunity to go ahead and improvise our process, give a better life to our future generations, and work in a pretty smart way. So this will be all of the topics, points, and things which we'll be discussing into this presentation. Okay, and I'll start with a brief introduction of myself where I will be giving a little bit of overview of myself. My name is Deepak Pal. I'm working as a senior cloud architect and a seasonal DevOps coach for the IT industries. Mainly, I'm working as a digital transformation leader and the modernization expert as well. Overall, I got 13 years of IT experience. To be honest, I have handled more than 5,000 servers, spin them, work with them into hundreds of data centers. When we talk about the project handling, I handle more than 15 products, 15 projects as well. And being a seasonal traveler, I travel across more than 8 countries and work towards the different business, meet with different people and leaders across that. So when we talk about the coaching, I gave a coaching, career coaching to more than 250 candidates, or you can say that friends, relatives, or any kind of the institutions and employees. So this is the main thing, some introduction about me. If you want to get connected with me, then there is a LinkedIn connection link for in the beneath of this slide. You can go ahead there and just get in touch with me. I just want to say that the thoughts which is getting presented into this discussion is purely mine, and I don't represent any organization into this platform with which I am associated with. With this point, let's move ahead to discuss what exactly is a digital transformation. So when we talk about a digital transformation, this is a cultural, organizational, and operational change of an organization, industry, or an ecosystem by integrating the digital technologies, process, and competency across all of the levels and functions in a stage and strategic way. Digital transformation in another way is to operate efficiently and deliver values to the customer using the latest technologies. When we talk about digital transformation, many people think about that this is just a technology or a technical evaluation or something. But really, the digital transformation is not only the users of the latest technologies, it's also a cultural change that requires organizations to continue challenge the current state of the operations, experiment with that, and get a comfortable with the failures being into the agile world. So So when we talk about this digital transformation, I gave you a little bit about the things, what it is, what it is exactly, and what are the terms being used into that one to better understand us. So I'll just connect with some of the new things, some of the layman's things, some of the easy things where we can understand it easily. For an example, Paytm. Let's talk about the Paytm itself. What exactly it is? It is a payment bank. Nowadays, when we talk about the Indian geographies, everyone knows about the Paytm application and they work about that. And what exactly it is? It is digitalization and taking the payments, sending and sharing the money over that one. So this is a way where using the digital technologies, some of the applications, some of the things we are transferring, the hard way of sharing the money or a plastic way. We are going to a soft way of managing the financials, managing the funds, and these kinds of things. This is just one example which we can focus towards the Indian geography. Besides that, when we go to that UK or European, the geographies, then you can take an example of NHS appointment system. So earlier it used to be an appointment system where you need to go to the hospitals, you need to meet with the receptionist and make an appointment. But now, by the grace of the technologies, NHS has introduced a new kind of system where you can online appoint your make off your appointment and go to directly walk into the hospital or any of the consultancy center at a given time and directly go to meet the doctor. You need not to go to the hospital and meet with the receptionist or take an appointment there. So this is a digitalization in a sense of healthcare as well. When we go a little beyond that one and we discuss about the America and Canadian geography, then we can think about the online immersive store experience, which is recently launched by the AWS into US. So they have given the digital touch to the, the groceries, to the shoppers, and to the other kind of stores as well. You can go there, you can select your baskets digitally, no need to make any contact with anyone. You can try your costumes there into the mirror itself. So all these are a kind of digital things, digital technologies, which are making our life simple and which are turning around and giving a new way to the business around here. So that was all about what exactly a digital transformation. So now let's discuss about why exactly a digital transformation is required. Now, by giving the simple example which we have discussed just now, it might have been clearly understood that digital technologies and the way we use them in our personal lives, work, and societies has changed the face of business. And we will continue to do that one. It is not a way that we will stop somewhere. We will continue to evolve our system. We will continue to evolve our business. We will continue to evolve our way of communication, getting in touch with the relatives, friends, colleagues, and everyone. You can just think about that one. Instead, earlier we used to go to the auditoriums, we used to go to the conference centers, but now we are connected via Zoom. This is also a digital transformation. This is a way of using a new technologies which is keeping you closer to each other. Right. So this has always been the case, but the pace at with which this is happening and accelerating these days, it is really very fast and unprecedented as compared to any other way which has happened recently or into the past future. And last but not least, the unexpected events which we have just seen in last couple of years, which they produce a requirement of a fast change strategies and to become a more clear with the current situation which we have faced during the COVID-19 crisis. That makes it all of the business, all of the users, all of the that population, citizens to go near the digital transformation. So by saying that one, now we have already discussed why we need a digital transformation. The another thing about the why of a digital transformation is that if you want to get into the business, if you want to get into the industry, if you want to be into the competitive edge, then yes, you have to follow the digital transformation. You have to move across the wave and you have to follow the suit. So that was the reason of why we should adopt the digital transformation. Now, next big question is that one, how, what exactly we are following, why following a suit of the digital transformation. So let's go ahead and discuss some of the points of how exactly we can adopt a digital transformation framework, how we can move ahead and be a little more technical, be a little more smart, and get in touch with each other and get an the upper edge for our business or our jobs or our professions. All right. Yeah. So when we talk about the digital transformation, this is, as we discussed earlier, this is not only a transformation or introduction of high-end technologies, artificial intelligence, or DevOps. This includes a complete transformation of people, process, and the entire tool set of your organization. And this may be applicable to the smaller startups, small business as well. It is not like that the digital transformation is only applicable to the high-end enterprises or the business itself. The digital transformation, it includes all of the small business as well. You can just think about a small shopkeeper at a grocery store. Now he has to adopt the digital transformation to go near to the customers, because as we have seen recently into the lockdown conditions, no one can come to your store. But if you want to continue with your business, then you have to adapt for the digital transformation and new digital technologies. In that way, it is really very important to adopt for all of the business or startups or a small vendors as well. So when we are doing a business transformation, so we have to thought about the people mainly. So what was a main mistake which many leaders are doing and seeing that when they see a digital transformation as driven by the emerging technologies only, but the consumers and are really responsible for causing these changes. These are the consumers actually who are causing the digital transformation and the change. So it is really imperative to keep people at the center of your digital transformation. So whenever you want to move towards a transformation, then you should focus on the people for which you are doing this transformation. Either they can be the consumers of your product, either they can be consumer of your services, they can be your clients, they can be your customers, or they can be your employees or people as well. So after all, it's the people who run the company, use the technologies as innovate. That's the reason it is really very important to consider the people and make them the center of your conversation, center of your discussion, center of making your strategies actually. When we discuss about the people, then we should discuss more about the process as well. Process being a core component of any business. And it is also a backbone of running model, which we need to redefine as per the need of today's business. When we say that, when we need to redefine the process, of course, because earlier it was a world where we were not much connected, where we were not agile, the things were not competitive at that time. It was doing at a little smaller pace, and it was doing at that slow pace as well. So if we want to get agile, if we want to, that be more, that be more technical, advanced, and we want to introduce the digital things into our current business model or current lifestyle, then we have to modify and redefine the process as well. Our new process should be really more fast, reliable, quick, and iterative. Why it should be iterative is it should get connected with the customer, it should get connected with the end user as well. So when we talk about the process, so there's no way to modify or redefine a process without doing the modifications into the tool set. So it is becoming a really very important topic to select the tool set, select the things, tools, operations, applications, software, which will be redefining your process and the customer experience. Let's discuss into very that easy terms about the tools and technology. When we think about the digital payments, so let's talk about the PayPal and Paytm. So PayPal and Paytm are the that payment banks, which makes it really very easy in redefining the process of payments, marketing, and working into the the financial industries as well. When we talk about the coding development on or other technology, then let's talk about the AWS CodeStar or any other IDE. So it becomes really very important to choose these kinds of system as a services to make iterative of your process, make it fast, and keep it running for a longer period of time. When we talk about the IT companies, then these days the tool set which is really very related to the DevOps, SysOps, and these things are becoming really essential items or tools to modify and to enhance the process which is defining your business. Let's talk more about the weather forecasting systems. If we want to work with the weather forecasting system or any weather forecasting system of any of the country or any of the systems, they want to be at a edge, then they have to redefine their process, and the really new applications, new analytical platform and data streaming platforms like Kinesis, Redshift, and all these things will become a very essential tools to redefining the process of their business model. So mainly these are the things which we can club together, which we have to, that emphasis on, which we have to think about, and while doing a digital transformation. This is a very high level way of thinking about when we are going towards a digital transformation, and all of the leaders who are responsible for a digital transformation, they should give their more emphasis over these things, people, process, and redefining the process using a selected tool set. After what we will be achieving using doing a digital transformation. So when we say that we are transformed, there are some key parameters which we need to quantify or analyze before declaring that yes, we are transformed. And majorly the four items out of them is the empowered employee. Yes, this is a really very important things which we have to think about when we are thinking that yes, we are digitally transformed. Our employees or our workers, they should be very much comfortable, very much that happy, or you can say that very much skillful in handling the new process or new set of tool chains which is redefining your business model. So because these are the employees who are actually implementing your dreams, these are the your employees who are actually implementing your strategies on the ground. So the empowered employees are always helpful in maintaining a successful business. So this is very much required to see that your employees are enough empowered to support your business model and the backbone of your process. And another key parameter is an engaged customer. Into this era of fast-paced technology and the working environment, definitely you need to keep engage your customer. Every time your customer is going away, or your customer, you are not interacting with your customer, or you are not responding to your customer, or customer is not getting a desired build at least, then in that time you are losing your business, you are losing your customer as well. Let's think it in a two-way, a smaller example or a larger example. Into the smaller thing, when we say that one, you go to you are ordering your food via some of the application like Zomato or like Domino's. When you ordering your food via online payment system, but you think that your application is down during that time of period, then you are losing your customers. They will not be coming to you. Either it is a small business, large business, they will be thinking about an another alternative to fulfill their requirement. Into these kind of requirement, when you want to engage your customer really with your business model, and all of the time you want to provide your services, then multiple that model of SREs and chatbot system, and that auto bots, these kind of latest technologies, trends, and services and set of tools will be becoming are really very helpful in managing a really good customer engagements as well. What is a third term when we think about a digital business? It is a transforms product. Okay, this is a that was a earlier era when we were sharing our products off the shelf. We were sharing our products at a counter or our outlets or into some different manners as well. But now it's a time where we need to be available everywhere. So we can share our products online. We can, that provide our products into a form of the microservices. When I say microservices, it means we can provide our products in a small chunks of set as well. So when we are providing the products which are really helpful in managing the customers, really helpful in engaging the end users. So these are the products which becomes that helpful in engaging the customer. We should think about the products which can go into the handheld devices of a customer so that they can keep always with them. So let's talk about one of the product. For an example, it's LinkedIn itself. So when we are accessing LinkedIn from mobile application, it can be Amazon Web Services or Amazon online store as well. We can handle it, we can use it from a laptop, from a mobile, or any of the that platform agnostic devices. So this is a kind of transformation we need to handle our product as well. And the another thing when we think about transformation is that a really optimized operation center. Yes, our employees are empowered. Now our customer is engaged. We have transformed the products. But what will happen into the long run? Now we need more engagements of a customer into the go-to-go basis. We don't want our customers and to lose into the couple of months or a year. We want to have a sustainable business. So for that, we really need an optimized business model, optimized operation model. Here comes a need of system operation, or we can call it SysOps. Then we are using the benefits of the artificial intelligence tools, chatbots, or the conversation computing pipelines benefit. Then we can really optimize our operation centers and the day-to-day operations as well. We can make less engagements of our employees, less engagement of our support staff, but we can really enhance the customer experience by saying that if we are able to achieve more of all these kinds of that modifications and transformations into the business, into our model, into our that shops as well, then we can say that yes, we are almost ready for the digital transformation, and we can say that yes, we got a digital transformation. Now we are a digital transform organization or a business, or you can say that a person as well. These things are not limited to only these points or these domains as well. There are multiple things which are becoming a key catalyst to initiate the digital transformation and becoming a part of a new journey. So these are some of them. So I'll not take much of the time because we are reaching towards the end of our limited time. So I'll go ahead and I'll discuss more about the transformation challenges. When we discuss about more about the digital transformation challenges, then there's a lots of leaders, lots of managers, lots of company owners whose mind is saying that, oh, digital transformation is becoming a really challenging job for me. I have to spend the all of my resources for the digital challenge. There's another perspective of the digital challenge, transformation challenge. This is a really very good opportunity to reach every corner of the world, every corner of the business, every corner of the stakeholders or the consumers. By you can think about that, the world has grown so large, communities are becoming so large, the distance has reduced to minutes or the seconds as well. We can connect to the any other part of the world into minutes or the seconds. We can talk to every person locating into the different locations. So I'll say that digital transformation, instead of becoming a challenge, there are more than 90% chance you can convert it into an opportunity. And this is the opportunity which is giving a chance to business to grow, giving chance employ to upskill them and to grab a new opportunities, new jobs, a new area of interest. So this is all about the digital transformation. So this is the really becomes the need of the hour, or I'll say that the need of the era itself. So going forward, we have to be, the digitally transformed people, digitally transformed business, digitally transformed the organization, and rest depends upon the wisdom of the audience and the consumers and the that many industry leaders how they want to utilize the the skill set, to utilize the power of the transformation these days. By this, I'll end my session, and I just want to say thank you to all of you. And now we are open for the discussion as well. There are the some of the topics which we may be covering into the next upcoming sessions as well. So, yep. So that's it, which mainly I want to discuss with you under the topic of the digital transformation into the industry.
Wow, that's really many years of experience and earned knowledge. Thank you so much for that one, Deepak. Yeah, please take note of the
Okay, so
links.
if there is any question, then I'm here to answer the questions, or I'll be handing over the speech to Phil.
Yeah, feel free to unmute, guys, and ask questions. Um, okay. Okay, Vivek raised the hand, and Gopi. Who wanna go first?
I'll go first. Hi Deepak, my name is Gopi, and I had opportunity to work with you in the UK. I hope you remember me. Oh, okay. Anyway, so my question is, now you discussed greatly about the digital transformation in very simple terms, but once the digital transformation started getting into the industry, where do you see this going next? Because I know that there's automation involved in pretty much most of the industry now in the IT. But going forward, would you see artificial intelligence or something else coming up and taking it over? Or would this continue for next 1-2 decades? So that's my question. Thanks.
Hey, hi, Vivek. I seen that you wanted to ask something. So, yes, please. It'll be
Uh,
really good to have a conversation with you.
I
Gopi
think I
asked
have
a
Gopi right
question.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let Gopi ask the question first.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I was probably speaking on the mute. So hi Deepak, my name is Gopi and I had opportunity to work with you in the UK on a project. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me check with
Yeah.
Deepak. Deepak, can
Yeah.
you
We
hear
can hear you.
Gopi?
Hello, Deepak.
Deepak, can you hear Gopi?
It seems we lost Deepak on the call.
He is still in the call. Like I tried asking him to unmute. He did unmute and then muted back. I'm not sure. Maybe some delays or network
Yeah.
issues.
Hey, Phil, I'm not able to hear the other audience. I think there is some question. So can you please paste it into the QA session?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I see. So he cannot hear
Hi,
Gopi.
Deepak, can you hear me?
All right.
Deepak.
All right. All right. So if I'm not able to hear the other guys, then you can paste it into the QA session so that I'll be answering there.
Okay. Yeah. Gopi, you can write in chat or
Yeah,
Q&A.
I'm just trying that.
If you can hear Vivek, Vivek can.
Yeah, I can hear Vivek and yourself, but I can't hear.
Hey,
I mean,
hi, Vivek.
Hi, Deepak, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me either.
no.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just.
I'll ask my question in chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I just posted the question. So, yeah, thanks, Phil. Please let
Yes.
Deepak know. Thanks for the
Sure.
presentation. Yeah, thanks.
Deepak, it's on the Q&A. Have you seen it? Okay.
All right. So I just received one question from Gopi Krishna. He's saying that where do you see the future after digital transformation? Is it AI? Okay, so what I want to say that is when we talk about a modernization or technical modernization or that automation, then we talk mainly about the artificial intelligence, right? But when we talk about the digital transformation, so we can say that digital transformation is not only covering the automations or something, but it is covering the artificial intelligence into a wider scope as well. So you can consider it the digital transformation as a wave or a very large transformation which will be spanning across a lot of that lots of geography. If every geography it will be covering, every business it will be covering, and AI will become a subset of the digital transformation. You can see that these days itself, when you just logged in into any website or just open any website, you see that AI bot, a chat bot, which is enough capable to answers your questions, even to talk with you, and you will not be able to feel that one, that these are the bots or the real agents. So those are the chat bots or the bots enabled by the machine learning or the artificial intelligence. And yes, they become the part of a digital transformation initiative. I hope that's clarify the question. Okay, so there is another question from Vivek Vashisht. Vivek, thanks for your question. So Vivek wants to ask how a business customer, how as a business customer, I can be more confident, which is a viable form cost and ensure that I'm opting a niche technology. Okay, so when we're discussing about a business customer, so we have to think about the tool set of the technologies. As I say that we have to modify and restructure our process. And when we think about the tool set, then we have to select that which are the tool set enough matching with my requirement. So there are lots of that consultants or specialists or the leaders who are working into the market for the digital transformation, and those guys are specialized into the tool set and services which are matching exactly with your requirement. So by taking any consultancies with those kinds of consultants, you can work upon any that suitable tool set. I'll give you an example. For an example, you are running the data warehouse system into your own data center or into your system, or you are just simply running a Merck software into your laptop, which is used for the medical devices or the healthcare systems. Now, you need not to maintain that tool into your laptop or your server, or you need to take the licensing. You can directly go to the Amazon Web Services or Azure. You can take a subscription of their running software as a service offering subscription. So it will become a really cheap for you because you will be costed as a on the pay as you use model. So whenever you are sleeping, whenever you are traveling, you are on leisure trip, and you are enjoying somewhere party, then you will not be charged for these kinds of tools and services. So this way you can move ahead to the cloud computing, which is also a part of digital transformation. And then you can enjoy the benefit of the cost effectiveness, and you will get a more ROI on your investment. That is a return on investment. You will get a really beneficial return on investment, which you will be doing on these kinds of technology. And yes, when you will be using these services, you will be remaining at the edge of the customer services, being that consumer as well as a service provider as well. So that's the thing about the services. I hope that answers your question, Vivek. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, is there is anything which we can discuss about Phil, or you are seeing anything coming?
Um, Nothing I have here. Um, One that said thank you. It's very helpful webinar. And then one from Gajendra Pal. It's very good and knowledgeable. So yes, it is really indeed. So I have no more questions here in the Q&A. Check. Everything is answered. So that takes care of it. Well, it's such an honor to have both of a great speaker to be with us today. Thank you so much both for extending your time and sharing your hard-earned knowledge and experiences to us.
All right, Phil, if there is nothing more questions or more doubts about the topic, then we can close off. And it will be really, welcoming if you guys want to connect, want to post your queries directly to me or to Phil for any kind of consultation or any kind of help into your, thinking about the digital technologies, opting for your career advancement or your business. then I'll be always ready to answer your questions.
Yes. So everyone, you can check Deepak Pal on LinkedIn as well. So if you wish to connect with them, and also Dr. Manisha Gaur if you need a life coach. Um, All right. So again, thank you so much, speakers, for your time and inspiration. Just to let you know, we have our live youth Let Us Talk It webinar every other Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You can join the preparation sessions every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time by registering at our website, letustalkit.com/youth. So for younger youth group, we have preparation sessions Tuesdays and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This week we have Life Youth webinar at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and the topic is favorite plants and their uses. So hope you all can join this youth webinars, which could encourage our youth. All right. So again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining our webinar today, and for the speakers that we have, Deepak Pal and Dr. Manisha Gaur. Thank you again for sharing your knowledge to us. You have a great day, and you take care. All the best.